This is actually a pickup I got yesterday, and yesterday was Tuesday. Normally, I only go shopping Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays sometimes. Most times. Mostly because I don't have trouble finding stuff. I always get stuff. There's always stuff to find. I have a bunch of stuff, so if I go shopping too much, I overspend. I can't sell as quickly as I can buy. But in this instance, I was hanging out with AJ. Yesterday, we went to see that M. Night Shyamalan movie, the new one called, what is it? I can't remember, but I liked it. I highly recommend it. It was called Glass, and Samuel L. Jackson is who the movie based around on this one, even though the guy from Switch and Bruce Willis are in the movie a lot, maybe even more than Samuel L. Jackson in the beginning. I recommend it. Go see that movie. So anyway, I'm hanging out with AJ, and we go to a Goodwill, and that's where we got all the stuff. Now, AJ accidentally left his stuff with me, and to be honest, the only reason I bought this stuff, I can't remember exactly how much, because this is goofy stuff, right? And I think altogether I spent $16, maybe $17, including what I bought for AJ. I just said I'll just pay for it because it was $1. So say I spent like 18 for all this stuff, right? And the reason all this stuff was so cheap was because they had like half price dots on stuff, right? So I was looking at stuff, and there might have been a couple things here that didn't have half dots that I did pay full, but they were cheap, so who cares? But normally I won't buy stuff like this unless it's really cheap, because this is mostly flea market stuff, mostly. Now, this is what AJ got. He got a Pogs 5 game, and I think it was like $1. And it might have been half price. And then he got this, this is Caillou. It's like a Channel 13 PBS cartoon, I think. I don't really know, but AJ remembers Caillou from when he was a kid. He used to watch it all the time. Caillou was like this annoying little kid that used to ask too many questions. They're actually doing a parody. It's on YouTube. It's Caillou Grown Up, if you want to see. It's kind of funny. AJ needs help on this. Now, AJ showed me pictures of this. It was at another thrift store. And he kept going, it's glass, it's glass, it's glass. Now, to a lot of people who don't know anything, it looks like glass, right? Or it's heavy, it feels like glass. But I kept asking him, I'm like, AJ, is it plastic? Is it lucite? Is it acrylic? And he kept telling me it's glass. But as soon as I said, look, bring it, I got to look at it. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, AJ, it's acrylic or lucite. Most people call it acrylic. Now, I think it's for holding bottles of wine. It's just kind of like carved into there, and it looks like it will fit a bottle of wine, right? So that's what I'm saying. Not signed or labeled in any way. That's meant to be the bottom because it has like peds or just it's like raised feet, kind of like it was shaved down. The reason I didn't really think it was glass when AJ was showing it to me is mostly because of the rainbow stripes. That's really hard to do in glass. This is much easier to do in something like lucite. So if anybody's ever seen anything like this, I think it's like 90s probably. Rough guessing it. I don't know who made it. If I can attribute it to someone, it's probably worth something, but he didn't pay much for it, so but if anybody knows what it is. And the reason he liked it and I thought it was cool is because it reminds me of like Pink Floyd, all right, let me do the plushies, and I'll save like probably the most valuable stuff for last. The reason I bought these is because of the Hello Kitty clothes, but these are Build-A-Bears, so this is Build-A-Bear clothes. There's a chance that the bears or the clothes could be worth something. If not, I don't believe I paid more than $1.50 to $2 for it. I'll try and get like $5. And it was the same with this one. This is another Build-A-Bear with Hello Kitty clothes. So if I pay $2 or whatever, here's a naked Hello Kitty. And none of these are old. Oh, actually, it's a Build-A-Bear too. So she's missing her bow, and obviously she's naked. Okay, and then this is another Build-A-Bear, and this one's a moose. And it says Build-A-Bear there, and there's the Build-A-Bear other tag. So I figured I think they were all less than 2. I mean, if you added up 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15. Yeah, see, everything was cheap because it was mostly half price. Now, these I bought because they're Disney, and they're from the movie Monsters, Inc. Again, I'll check them on eBay, but if they're not worth anything, I'll try and sell them for $2 or $3 at the flea market. I need stupid flea market crap, and I have a bunch of plushies, and I'm going to take them out every once in a while. And what I try and do is I sell the little ones for a couple of bucks, and then I sell the big ones for like $5. And this is also a Monsters, Inc. character, and Disney. Now, I bought these 3 because I was like, wow, look at these Hershey's things, right? And they're probably not very old. But when I saw them, I thought they might be old. Let's see, I'm looking for a date. 2/15. Okay, they're not old. But the thing is, I have some already. And what I was going to do is I'm going to lot these. These are probably from Hershey's Park, the amusement park. I guess it's an amusement park. I've never been there. So I might just lot these. I might add this one into the lot. It doesn't look that bad of condition. And then I'll just put them, if I can get like 20 for all of them on eBay, easy. Because the other ones I have, I don't know if they're older or if they're not from Hershey's Park, but they're just, if people like candy, they're kind of candy plushies. So this is most likely flea market. This is also flea market, and odds are I'm going to bust off the ears or something on it. But it was after the discount, it was like $2, you know. So this is a Store Point made in China, and it's 2016 Pokemon Pikachu Bank. Good condition, don't see anything wrong with it. Like I said, I paid about $2 for it. On eBay, $20, free shipping. So I'm probably going to take it to flea market and try and get somewhere around $10. All right, now the best thing that I bought, there's a little backstory to this. And the backstory was I had looked at it and I had seen there was a hallmark on the bottom, but I couldn't read it, right? And I managed to figure out one of the names. The first name was Christian, but I couldn't read the other name. And it was like $10. At the time I was looking at it, though, I didn't know it was half price. So I'm like, $10. It could, I don't know anything about this. I don't think it could be special. I don't really know. But I have like, sometimes I have like a gut intuition about stuff that's different or unusual or cool. Spidey sense, if you will, at buying stuff. Even when I don't know what something is, it's like I see the potential and stuff. So anyway, I was like, I'm going to pay $10 for this, because if it was nothing, it would have been worth $10 to $20, right? And the backstory on this is I saw this. I don't know if you know what studio art pottery is, but it's just like hand-thrown pottery. So I had bought a studio art pottery cat that I thought was pretty good, and after the discount that it had on it, it would have been like $1.50. So I was like, I can't go wrong. I saw it at the flea market, $5, whatever. And if I'm lucky, I can find who the artist was, and maybe it's like $20, $30. I'll put it on eBay, right? So I go to the counter, and I ring it up, and I pay for it. And then the lady picks it up and just breaks the tail right off. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then she goes to take the thing with the broken tail and just put it in the bag. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want that. Now, I only paid $1.50 for it. But it's like she broke it right in front of me, and then she's going to throw it in the bag. Like, why am I paying for something you just broke? So I said, look, you just broke that. I don't want it, right? So I'm like, can I just get my money back on that, So she goes, I don't know. So she calls the manager over, because I literally just broke it, and I just bought it, and she just broke it right there in front of me. So she's like, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. So she calls the manager, and the manager says, no, only store credit. I'm like, store credit? I never come here, because I never do. The only reason I was there was because I was hanging out with AJ, and AJ's like, let's go to this Goodwill, right? So I'm like, okay, let's go to the Goodwill. And I don't even know why I bought this, anything. But I think it started with the Pikachu. I found the Pikachu first, and it was like $5. And I was like, $5. Or it was $4, I think. $4, who cares? I can get 10 for it. I knew I could automatically get 10 for it, even though it wasn't old, or 8. And it's cool to have on my table. Kids will be like, oh, Pikachu. And probably a parent would buy it for their kid because, saving money, which nobody does anymore. Nobody has money to save, but whatever. So anyway, they break the tail, and I'm like, I don't want this. You broke the tail, right? So the manager comes over and goes, only store credit. Now, it was late, and the place was closing, right? So I'm like running around trying to find something. And I remembered, oh, I looked at this. And then I'm running around and I can't find it, right? So I said, oh, you know what? This was marked $10. The thing that they broke was marked $6 or something. I think it was $5.99. So it was $6, right? So I brought this up and say, look, I can't find anything for $6. Can I get this, right? I was trying to like upgrade, and believe it or not, they're like, they're like, no. I'm like, look, they broke the thing. It's like, I couldn't find anything wrong. I'm running around looking like a maniac. They said, no, sorry. So Adrian's like, oh, pay the difference. And I was going to see if they would cave. I'm like, fine. I'm like, can I buy it if I pay the difference? And they're like, fine. And then they gave it to me. It was also one of the half price things, which I didn't know when I was looking at it. It would have been $5, right? So anyway, I get it home. And I look through a loop because I didn't have a loop with me, and I managed to see that the name is Christian Tortu. And I'm probably going to put the title of this, the Christian Tortu, in my title, so you know right away. Well, I don't even know why I drug it out, but whatever. It turns out it's a Christian Tortu, abstract sculpture vase, and I believe that it's silver plate over some other metal. It's non-magnetic, right? So I look up Christian Tortu, and of course, it's so annoying. And I have WorthPoint, I have eBay search completed, but I have WorthPoint. I can't find it anywhere. And I go to Google. I'm like, oh, well, I'll go to Google because I know who it is. I know what to call it. Can't find it anywhere. But I do find some similar vases, which you can look up. And actually, they're not even similar. They're just metal work vases made by the dude. And they're pricing them at like $200 and up. So, if I'm lucky, this could be at least $100 is what I'm thinking. Even though there's a little kind of dent there, which could be from it being rough. Some surface scratches, and it's funny, right? Marie was like, "Oh, you're gonna polish it?" I said, "Nah." Because that's extra work. I'll be doing it for like a half an hour, and who knows when I'm going to open it up when I polish it. What I'm going to say, it has a nice mottled and spotted patina, and I didn't want to polish it because I don't know if it was the artist's intent. I'm just going to make up a bunch of crap, so I don't like the artist's intent. Because a lot of times, if they do something silver plate, what they do is they put an acrylic coating over it, right? And then they didn't used to do this in olden days, right? But it's something they do nowadays. They put like an acrylic coating over stuff that's silver plate or even brass. I mean, you'll notice they do it on doorknobs and stuff like that. So the stuff doesn't tarnish, right? So I'm going to say something like, well, I don't know if it was the artist's intent for this to develop a patina, over time and stuff. So I think I like the patina on it, so I'm not cleaning it. If you want to buy it, and you want to clean it, fine. It's just, I don't want to do it. It'll take me like a half an hour. I really just want to take photos of it and put it on eBay. I'm debating, because I couldn't find it anywhere, at how much to price it at, but I'm thinking at the very least $100 free ship, at the very least, right? If I do an auction. If I put it, buy it now, then we shall see. But there it is. I mean, the other ones he also did glass, and he's a French designer, Christian Tortu. Never heard of him. And I don't think this is very old. I think this goes back to like 80s, maybe 90s, because I'm going to say 90s, because I saw a picture of the dude, and unless it's a picture of the dude where like he was alive and he's not alive anymore, don't know. Right? I didn't do that much research. I just was trying to find this, and it was late, and I got frustrated and gave up. But in the picture that I saw of the dude, he looked in his late 50s, early 60s, I guess. So anyway, that's everything I got. This could be the best major find. Anybody have any advice on this? Hey, let me know. I want to give a shout out, just mostly my main bud, VideoGamerdaryll. I got to hang out with him. We've been talking about it. I want to check in on him, see how he's doing. And also, I have a link to his GoFundMe in my description. And of course, AJ and Bargain Barons and everybody else. I don't want to make this video too long. But that is my unusual Tuesday pickup. This weekend, I'm going to be, if you're looking for me, probably only Sunday at New Milford. If you're looking for AJ, he will be at the Meadowlands Saturday, unless it rains. And then he will be at New Milford on Sunday hanging out with me, trying to sell his stuff. Bye for now.